persons who are saying, boy, you know, my little salary that I get, it can barely do. How am I going to invest? Where am I going to get the money from? Guess what? You're not excluded either,
Yes.
because once you start training your mind about the money that you have and start looking at how you're spending it, your mind is going to start finding creative ways, you know, for you to start putting a little bit aside. Even if it is that, I know a lot of people who begin with savings because that's a lot, that's where they can begin, and they do the automatic withdrawal from their
Yes.
accounts, right? So that they don't even have to think about it, they don't miss it at all.
Right.
And pretty soon they realize, wow, I have a nice little nest egg here. Because the first thing that I usually tell people, ensure that you have at least 6 months salary in your account. It's going to take some while
Same.
to build up, because that's, like you said earlier on, it's your rainy day. It's funds you can call on if you have
Yes.
an emergency, a problem. Then beyond that, you begin to build now, and then you're able to go into the investment world, you know, for the
Right.
education, and begin to kind of tip your toes in the water, you
Yes.
know.
You're
You don't,
creating the
yeah,
habits. That's the thing. So
exactly,
why it's good?
yeah.
People will say, "Well, I don't have the money." You will never have the money if you're not investing. So we have to
Right.
shift the mind for sure to say, even if it's $1,000, even if it's $100, you have to
But
put it
look at,
aside.
yes, absolutely, I agree with you. And look at the one-on-one stock that was listed on the stock exchange
Yes.
recently. One-on-one is, like, you know, it's a technology company that's focused on education. Many of our teachers are very familiar with that platform. Many of them are on that platform and they
Yes.
use it. They're tutors. They provide services that they charge for and get an income out of, right? So that platform and others like it are going to be a permanent part of the education landscape, right?
Nice.
Um,
Yes.
so those are companies that our teachers should get to know, um, follow them, see what they're doing. That company was recently listed, and
And he
there
was
were
our last
teachers.
guest.
Yeah,
He was.
there were teachers who invested in it
Yes.
because the company put aside, I think it was 30 million shares
For teachers.
specifically for teachers. And when they showed me the information, not the specific individual information, but just the summary information, there were, you know, teachers that invested over $1 million in
Yes.
in it.
Yes.
So, you know, this, obviously this is not a recommendation because we can't give
No,
recommendations.
it's
This is just, it's
education
just
for the mind.
education. I'm just using that as an example, you know, of a company recently that's in the education sector, as one that we're familiar with, and what it did to enable teachers to invest. And I'm sure you will have many others like this. The important thing is that we bring financial education into our schools to make it accessible to our students and to our teachers. And